Unfortunately, and this is on me, this is my bad, we're going to have an annoying cable sticking out on the left side of the screen for this match. That's my bad, and I apologize, everybody. I was a little sloppy with my setup, it seems. A fetch here to start the game for Phil, Scalding Tarn. Yeah, it was a bit tight at the shop this week. We had a really nice turnout, and it made setting up for feature matches logistically a bit more difficult, but it'll be worth it in the end, everybody. Let's start a prediction poll here. Miracles versus Doomsday. Predictions start now. Phil started us off with a Portent, draws on upkeep. Personal tutor to start the game here for Eric, giving away what archetype he's on immediately. Doomsday will go on top of the library and pass. All right, a basic planes for Phil and passing the turn. All right, a fetch land happening here for Eric, and we'll see if a Dark Ritual leads to this Doomsday being cast, or if Eric has another plan. Guy Drinks Tea says, hello, Legacy Gamers. Wow. Very polite hello from Guy Drinks Tea. I drink tea. I actually have a, it's almost done, but I have an iced tea right here. I drink a lot of iced tea. Votes are coming in from Twitch chat. Unmask happening here.
I gotta make sure I'm changing the top and bottom cards in my library.
Oh, I apologize. Unmask is not happening here. It's just being found with a personal tutor. I looked away for a moment. Got confused. Guy Drinks Tea says, been watching a lot of VODs on YouTube over the past week, enjoying every second of it. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and I'm really excited you're catching a live stream, which is really the best part, right? Everybody agree on that? All right, 96% favored for Doomsday, says Twitch chat. A very strong prediction. Twitch chat says Phil has no chance. We'll see. So Unmask on top of the library, I incorrectly said that it was being cast there. And Mystic Sanctuary being played tapped, which is the worst way to play Mystic Sanctuary, really, but sometimes you have no choice. SF in the chat pointing something out here, and Force of Phil's in the chat as well, so it'll be interesting to see if Phil has a response. But Phil did not snipe the Doomsday or Unmask with the predict on top. And Force of Phil immediately making a great point in response. He could have a Street Wraith to blanket. Great point, Phil. Or Edge of Autumn, or any cycler really. Could just emergency Edge of Autumn to rescue the card from the top of the library. And again, if you just joined us, unfortunately there's a power cable floating in front of the right side of the screen. Sorry about that. I fixed it for future rounds. My bad. That's on me. It's sloppy. I don't like that, everybody. I don't like sloppy stuff like that. All right, a ponder happening here for Phil, who is still looking for a way to beat this Doomsday, maybe. Duress did hit the Force of Will. I think there was a second one, though, right? Lotus Petal ×2. Sacking them, and here is the Doomsday. And it's going to resolve. Okay, yeah. So the Unmask hit the first Force of Will. The Duress hit the second. So Phil was digging for other forces. So in the main deck, what else Phil has to disrupt Doomsday? I don't know if there are dress downs or anything like that. If you're interested, by the way, and we get asked this so often on this channel, if you're interested in Phil's Miracles deck list, it is posted in our Discord server in the deck lists channel. Where are the deck lists? They're in the Discord. Did we just lose connection there for a second, chat? Did anybody lose our live stream for a moment? Not sure what happened there. That wasn't me. I didn't lose connection. I'm buffering just fine. We'll keep an eye on it. That was weird. I'll keep an eye on the connection here. Okay. So Eric has a tiny library, and now we're passing back to Phil, who needs to find a way to stop Thassa's Oracle combo from winning the game. Brainstorm here for Phil. Swords to Plowshares on Thassa's Oracle rarely does the trick. Easy for Doomsday to play around. Counter Magic may be irrelevant because of cards like Cavern of Souls. Portent target Eric would be hot right now, says Cheddar. Good point. Portent into Predict could be an option. Ponder resolving for Phil. Dress Down is one of the good ones. Based on Phil's current board, it could be beaten with Daze. If Eric was good. Okay, here's Noxus Revival, a little spice here from Phil. Slow things down a bit. And here's another Ponder for Phil. Yeah, almost a time walk, exactly. A little bit of... Okay, Phil dropped a card. And a Portent targeting, I think, himself. Did not hear. Nope, targeting Eric, it turns out.
I don't always have it, so I'm good. I'm going to cast it.
Wasn't sure if Phil gestured toward himself or toward Eric. We're taking a look now at Eric's top three, which we can't see currently. I don't know if our live viewers were able to see them, but I was not. Okay, puts them back in order of his preference here and fetching afterwards. Taller Eric pointing out that Doomsday is one of the cards left in the library. And now a Portent targeting himself. And it'll be a ponder shuffle, a portent shuffle. No other issues with connection, anybody? Is everything working okay? After that little glitch?
Okay, untap, upkeep.
All right, thanks everybody. Okay, Eric just passed. Phil gets another chance here. Brainstorm. Brainstorm, of course, designed for multiplayer. I'm just going to say that about everything now. All right, Phil, taking a look. 3 cards left in Eric's library. Mystic Sanctuary and gesturing to Noxus Revival, which is fun. And here's Predict. Knows the top card of Eric's library. And now we know it too. It was Edge of Autumn. Phil will draw 2, including the Noxus Revival that we just saw. Noxus Revival could put Brainstorm back on top, I guess. Is that good? Okay, Eric draws for turn. Phil knows what that card is. It is Cavern of Souls.
Play passes Oracle using uncounterable mana. Trigger.
Trigger on the stack.
Yep.
Okay, Swordsing Thassa's Oracle in response to its trigger. And then Noxus Revival can put a card into the library after Devotion becomes 0. Let's see.
Trigger still on the stack. A2 life to draw. Street Wraith.
Yep, you get it.
Okay.
Yeah, Underground Sea was clearly designed for multiplayer turn 0. Everybody knows that. All right, Tundra Pass here to start the game for Phil. And Underground Sea, Duress. Love that Duress, by the way. Gideon of the Trials. What? That is awesome. Wait, how does that work with Thassa's Oracle? I don't know. I actually don't know how that works. Counterbalance comes down. All right, Toller Eric says it means I get wrecked.
Honestly, mode's pretty good.
I was just thinking, like,
Mode,
seems really
Hebrew.
good, yeah.
All right, counterbalance comes down. That's good disruption right there. One Gideon of the Trials is in the trash. Thanks to Duress. Top card of Phil's library is a Mystical Dispute, which is a 3. And Eric fetches an Underground Sea after Lotus Petal resolves.
It's unfortunate that your event's this same weekend.
I play mine first.
Gideon of the Trials. That's such a good one. That's such a good one. Like, I don't know if it's good or not or whatever, but it is clever and I dig it. I don't have like, let's see what the just bring up the wording of Gideon of the Trials. Till end of turn. You get an emblem with, as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Oh yeah, that definitely works. That definitely works against Thassa's Oracle, right? All right, Grief pitching, Unmask. We'll get rid of the second Gideon of the Trials. Dress Down is still in Phil's hand, though, which is pretty good against Thassa's Oracle as well. So good disruption, but getting picked apart, at least the hand, by Eric so far. The Dress Down will need to be dealt with. There's also a counterbalance on the board, which of course disrupts, but it's a little bit more sloppy, let's say. Mystical Dispute in hand is relevant as well. New donation from SF39. Thank you. Thank you, SF. Appreciate that. Okay, Doomsday hitting the stack. Counterbalance trigger reveals Brainstorm. Fetching in response. I'm going to try and Mystical Dispute. Let's see if there's a Daze. Yup. Daze will counter it.
I'm going to counterbalance trigger on the Daze. Yep.
Counterbalance trigger on Daze is on the stack. If Phil can hit a 2 here, it would be incredible.
Except green. I know that much.
It's Terminus, which is not very exciting. All right, Doomsday is going to resolve. It's a close one, though. A 2 on top would have put Phil in a great position. Terminus after sideboarding. I wouldn't call it desperate, but obviously not the most exciting. Yeah, Gizlo with a great question. What do we board out while keeping in Terminus? I mean, I think Terminus being able to with Brainstorm or Predict, let's say, or Portent, being able to draw on at instant speed. Not Portent, sorry. Is there another one?
I only have one. Okay. I was empty-handed when I...
But cards like Swords and Prismatic Ending is higher on the list, maybe? Because Terminus puts the cards on the bottom of their library, which adds cards to their library. And Force of Phil pointing out some pivots are Shieldred, Opposition Agent, Sedgemoor Witch. That's true. Do need to keep some creature removal in, I guess. Shieldred's a good one. Okay, Phil taking a look at the library now. Yeah, Shieldred terrible against white removal. Siad said, loving the YouTube vids. I don't play Legacy, but fun to watch the channel. Awesome to have you here watching the live stream, hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. Okay, so Eric making his way through the library here. Counterbalance number 2 hitting the stack. Dress Down still in hand for Phil. Eric must have a game plan to beat it. Here's Thassa's Oracle. 3 cards in the library. Caracas revealed on top.
This is still on set. I have a second trigger here. Yep.
Okay, so revealing the second card after Dress Down resolves. Thassa's Oracle with no abilities. Not sure why. Okay, yeah, Dress Down should have been gone. And now Eric likely has a backup Thassa's Oracle to break through here.
And try to endurance.
No, I was just looking at my usual.
Phil with 2 unknown cards in hand. Are either of them relevant? Body language says no. Yeah, I'm not really sure why you care about the first Thassa's Oracle, except for cycles in response. But if they cycle in response, you can just cast the dress down, I guess. I don't know. The timing is a little weird there. I don't know. I'm not saying Phil's timing is weird. I'm saying it's a tricky situation. All right, Portent resolving here for Phil, taking a look at the 2 cards left in the library and trying to reorder them. We'll be able to draw on upkeep. Yeah, dress down wouldn't do anything at that point because the trigger already hit the stack. Oh yeah, well they wouldn't cycle while Thassa's Oracle itself is still on the stack. You're right. You're totally right. They wouldn't like respond to your Thassa's or to your dress down on the stack by cycling or something like that. Yeah, you're totally right. The ability is already on the stack.
I'm going to fetch.
All right, Misty Rainforest getting cracked here. Yeah, they know I mean, no doubt about it. Eric knows about the dress down. They're just not going to walk into dress down winning their opponent the game. It's pretty easy to come up with a game plan that beats dress down when you know about it. Kentucky Fried correctly using a comma. Damn that altered Misty rather than damn that altered Misty. Very good.
Play duress.
Just the easiest thing to do right now was just to run the modern one.
Okay. Psychological
When I
bottom.
was in Asia, like the only formats are sealed. It was always sealed.
All right, there's the fist bump to wrap us up here in round 1. Doomsday gets there. Look tough for Force of Phil.